No, that's bullshit. So Goose. So basically, you say it's an insult to be, for me to be in a wheelchair because you really in a wheelchair and I got legs, so I gotta walk around you all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I gotta stand all day.
All day. Even when you
Just
sleep.
because I got legs.
Even when you sleep.
How you gonna stand in your sleep?
Man, people in the war do it.
What war?
Vietnam.
Alright, can we start the podcast?
Alright.
This episode of Steps to Greatness is brought to you by the good people of Modus Operandi. Modus Operandi stands for method of operation, and it is clothing design with the unique characteristics of the personal style and. Come on, bro, fucking help me.
The fuck you need?
This your fucking company.
It's a lifestyle. That's all it is, okay? It's a lifestyle.
It's your method of operation. How you do what you do, when you do how you do it.
Exactly.
Y'all be cool how y'all be cool. Water. That's for Modus Operandi, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, cool. That's what this episode is brought to you by. And it's also sponsored by Semicolon. Keep going. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you've been through.
Love yourself.
That ain't even a slogan.
It don't matter.
It do matter. Semicolon slogan is what? Keep going. We're going to lose sponsorship.
Keep going. Believe in yourself. And that you're loved.
This episode is brought to you by Modus Operandi and Semicolon.
How many times you going to say it?
This episode is brought to you by Modus Operandi and Semicolon. Modus Operandi stands for method of operation. It is what you do, how you do, what you do, when you do, what you do. That's your method. That's your operation. That's your modus operandi.
That's right.
Semicolon. A semicolon is used when the author has more to say. You are the author of your story. Keep going. Don't give up. Don't stop. Don't quit. Whatever circumstances or problems or issues that you're going through, you can beat them.
Ditto.
Hold on, pause. The baby trying to get in. All right, we back.
Okay.
All right. This episode is about your growth journey on your steps to greatness, your own personal maturation. Would you say?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, some of the bullet points of your growth journey, which you would like to touch on, are breaking your bad habits, building up your self-confidence,
Yep.
overcoming your fear and your self-doubt,
Yep.
and understanding your purpose without really understanding it.
Right.
All right, could you elaborate on some of these things that it is that you would like to touch on?
Okay. One is breaking bad habits. I'm at the point where I'm trying to break the bad habits that have been my whole life, as far as me. I'm a smoker for one. Cigarettes.
Yeah, because they might have thought that was
Yeah.
you were out of pocket. Go ahead.
Just doing the things that I don't like to do and being consistent with it.
But could you get a little bit more specific on your bad habits that you want to break?
Well, being more consistent. If I'm going to do something, follow through with it, even though it gets tough. Another one of my bad habits is giving up when it gets hard.
All right, so your next bullet point you was talking about was the self-confidence. So would you like to elaborate a little bit on what you feel about the self-confidence that you feel like you need in order for you to have a growth to where you want to be from where you are?
Just believing in my inner self. As everybody know, as if they listen to the first episode, I'm a paraplegic amputee. I've been paralyzed since I was 20. now 42. I've been MEC since since I turned 40. But I went through those challenges and having the confidence to to still feel like I'm so worthy in this world.
Okay, so our next bullet point to touch on was overcoming fear and doubt.
Well, that stems from overcoming fear. My childhood. I give an example like basketball. Not being seeing people that's better than me and having the fear of not embarrass myself if I'm playing on the court or if I'm trying to get better, but at the same time fear that I will never be as good enough. Another example, learning how to drive. My fear is not so much driving, is the fear of like crashing or not having control of the car or not knowing the directions or how to get you from A to Z, stuff like that.
And the doubt factors would be
The doubt factor is just my own personal confidence and belief in myself. I don't look at myself in the mirror and think greatness or think that I'm special. So I'm always doubting that anything that's new in my life, if I don't get it to somebody that's smarter than me or that's more successful than me, if I can't follow the footsteps from A to Z, I don't see myself. I doubt that I can reach that level.
okay. So it'll give us a lot to unpack
Yeah.
in this here episode.
Yeah.
Let me a second. All right. So with this being said, we got a lot to unpack. Let's touch on the first bullet point of breaking the bad habits. So the resolution that I can see for you in breaking bad habits is just being consistent and understanding that you do not have to eat the elephant in one sitting. You know how you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You don't try to consume the entire elephant in one sitting. Every bite you take is another piece of the elephant gone. So you don't try to sit there and be like, all right, I'm going to quit smoking. You've been smoking for, let's just say, 25 years. Mm-hmm. You don't just say tomorrow, all right, I'm quitting smoking. And then every single day you wake up and you think to yourself, I ain't shit because I ain't quit. I doubled back. I had another cigarette. I took a drag. I couldn't take it. I started skitzing for a cigarette. That's not how you do it. You break it down into digestible parts. Like, so it's like, all right, let me just say for the next 3 hours, I'm not going to smoke a cigarette. Next 6 hours, I'm not going to smoke a cigarette. You push that up to 12. You try it to a day, 2 days, 3 days. Even when you relapse and you go back and you go against your word, start it over. Keep doing the thing that's going to help you compound on the interest of what it is that you're trying to acquire. So the more you do it, the easier it becomes and the more consistent you'll be able to be with it. But the moment that you break, don't look at it like you lost all of your progress. Because that's what I feel like happens with you a lot of times. You'll start going on a good stride in a good direction, and then you're like a samurai warrior. You know, like if a samurai warrior gets a mission and he don't accomplish his mission, he kill himself. That's how you are. So when you get to a certain point, you like, all right, cool. I went 6 days without smoking a cigarette. On the 7th day, something might have stressed you, something might have triggered you. You smoke the cigarette. And instead of you saying, all right, cool, I'm just start over. I'm just going to work on building up my tolerance of not smoking again. Mm-hmm. You'll be like, no, fuck it. I'm going to smoke every day now. Like, I already fucked up. Like, it's over. So I might as well just keep on smoking because it ain't no reason for me to stop. I ain't never going to stop. You start putting all of this goofy shit in your head.
Okay. my response to that, I hear everything you're saying, but how I feel, I mean, is you have certain people in this world, right? And you see their greatness, and I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, it was it came overnight. I mean, but how I see Michael Jordan, Kobe, even yourself. I see all you have in common that, I mean, that will to, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something. And I mean, I feel like for me it is on and off, because I can have a moment where I feel that way, or even have a, let's say, realistically, let's say a week. I can have that moment.
Hold on. Sorry for those technical difficulties and interruptions. Go ahead, proceed, brother.
So, like I was saying, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, I mean, people, I mean, just all people I admire that fight through, and what y'all have in common that the goal is the goal, and I feel like sometimes I can have that feeling. More so, honestly, like when I was younger, I had that chip that it wasn't. I mean, nobody could. I mean, tell me. I mean, even when people tell me, "Oh, you're too small. You're too black. You did that." It made me want to prove to myself, but also I wanted the recognition of somebody saying, "I see you." Now, and as I got older, I'm trying to get that feeling, but every obstacle and challenge, I mean, that I had in my life, it becomes harder.
All right, so to touch on everything that you said, pause. When it comes down to like the people that you look at, you admire, and you think of being able to have that skill set of saying, no matter what the obstacle is,
Yeah.
or the challenge is, I'm gonna persevere throughout it. That's more of it's a mindset of anything. It's the ability to have tunnel vision. So for the most part, when it comes to a task or a goal or a desire of mine, I can't speak for Kobe or Michael Jordan, but I can speak for myself. Like if I desire something, I get laser focused on it to where I'm not thinking about anything else. See, you hear so much noise from other things. You talking about
Right.
doubt, the fear of
Yeah.
other people's projections onto you. I don't feel none of that. It's me against me. Like, I'm battling myself. So whatever inner demons that I got going on inside of myself that's telling me, oh, you ain't shit. You ain't never going to accomplish this. You ain't never going to be great. You ain't never going to aspire to do this. You're never going to beat this challenge. You're never going to be able to do this. Now that's just my voice talking to myself, telling me some shit that I don't believe. Inside of myself, I just don't believe it. It's impossible for nothing else in the world to make me believe it.
That's why that's what I'm saying. Like for myself, the inner demons is always there, but at the same time, I want to prove to everybody else. Like when I'm trying to prove to everybody else, at first, like we told all the podcasts, like I feel like everybody's watching me. Like, I mean, so I'm trying to prove to everybody else that, I mean, I ain't this, I ain't that, I ain't this, I ain't that. And but at the same time, what I'm trying to prove to the masses, the and the demons is always talking like nah, you ain't, you ain't. Why you trying to? You know you want to give up. You know you want to do this. You know you want to fuck up. Like that. Even when I'm trying to, even though outside of me is trying to prove that I ain't gonna do that. If that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. So, like we talked a little bit beforehand, like when we was going through our little our outline of how we was going to structure things. Like I told you then, everybody on this world is born free, and then we become into a position where you become pretentious. All right, back to it. So everybody starts to get into this point. Society teaches you start to be pretentious, start to look at how other people are looking at you. So now you're worrying about a bunch of forces and invisible things that really don't matter. At the end of the day, ultimately, fuck what everybody else got to say. Okay. Hold on. Let me unpack that shit for you. This is what I'm saying. Fuck what everybody else got to say, because the same way that you feel that they feel about you, they feel about themselves. They worry more about how they look than how you look. So you sitting here looking for somebody to validate you, and you looking to be able to get approval from somebody else when they out here doing the same shit you doing.
I get that.
So y'all all chasing your tail.
Oh, I get that, but I mean, it's not an overnight fix. I mean, it's not like one. I mean,
that's fair.
One day, I mean, I'm gonna go like, I've been feeling like this my whole life.
So, the choice is overnight though.
Yeah,
the process ain't.
Yeah,
but and that's the point that I feel like everybody felt at. They don't make the choice. See, it's easy to say, all right, I'm choosing not to be pretentious and let how the outside world determine or determine what I am inside.
Right.
It's easy to say it.
It's easy to say, but it's harder to do.
It's not. It's really. But see, that's the thing, because the habit makes it hard to do.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But you got to start unpacking it as one step at a time. Stop thinking about how hard it is. Don't worry. It's hard. I'm not disputing it. It's hard. It's going to be hard. But how do you make something hard become easy? By doing it every fucking day. Every day you look at this situation and say, I'm going to beat it. It is hard. I'm going to beat it. I'm going to beat it. But the day you wake up and you don't say it to yourself consistently, the day you give up on it, the day you stop and then you go right back into what's comfortable, you lose. Okay. It's just as simple as saying, I'm just not giving up. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. I might take a step back. I might pause. I might have to pivot. I might have to adjust. But I'm not going to stop moving forward. I'm going to carry all of this weight with me. Fuck it. I'm carrying it. I'm going to get there, though. And if I don't get there, I'm going to die trying. 50 Cent taught you that. You got that from him. Okay. Now, as far as, so that's with the bad habits. What else was another key point? The self-confidence. Mm-hmm. So with the self-confidence, now I like to look at it like this. I would put myself in a frame of one of my favorite actors. Let's just say like a Denzel Washington. So when I look at all of the characters that he played, I don't look at him as being a flawed individual. Like the only one I seen him being flawed, and what's the drink with Viola Davis? Fences.
Yeah.
That's his flawed character, but even in that performance, you seen excellence.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when I look at that, I think to myself about myself. I say, I can be whatever character I want to be in life. Nothing determines who I am but me. Nobody else do. Nobody does not have that type of power to determine what I am except me. Because if you look at it, and you said this about me a million times. If you take me around 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different versions.
All right.
The fuck do I care what nobody else think about me? Only thing that matters to me at the end of the day is my performance to myself.
But it is a difference when you have that realization within yourself. Now for me, I mean, you as long as you've been with me, you could see 10, maybe 6, 7 different versions of me, right? I don't see it. I say maybe 2 or 3. I mean, if I'm comfortable around somebody, but the one consistent version of me, everybody sees. If for me, quiet. I mean, like you said, I'm in my show with Don Unknown. It's hard to break. It's hard to break that to show my real personality because I don't know my real personality.
That's not true. You know your personality. You're not sure if the outside world is going to accept you for having that personality.
Okay, well,
Yeah, like you scared to throw your ego around
yeah,
because you're looking at the situation and you might be able to have something to say, and you don't want to say it because this person is not going to take it from you the way that you want it to be taken. At some point, you got to throw all that to the wind and say, fuck it. Fuck it. Because you stand to lose the same thing. Nothing. If they look at you weird because you said some shit that didn't fit the mask that you was wearing for that individual, fuck that individual. What difference do it fucking make? Are you living your full life? That's my only goal for you. Live your full, complete, entire life with no inhibitions, with no fear, with no anxiety, with no worry, with no fear of judgment, none of that shit. Just live. Just live. To your fullest. Right, wrong, crooked, or straight. Do it all and figure it out in the process. I do a lot of fucked up shit. And I look back and be like, damn, that was fucked up. That was wild. What the fuck was I thinking? I'm glad I got the experience being all of that shit. Because I would not be able to be myself as a true, pure human being if I didn't go through all of the emotions. If I just locked into a shell and just was dormant and then just was scared to just be able to express myself in all of these different facets, who the fuck would I be? I don't want to see that version of me. That's like being in a mental prison. I don't want to be in that. You free me. Let me be free. Let me say some wild, fucked up shit. Let me do some wild, fucked up shit. I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna look back and say, I wish I didn't do it. But in reality, I'm glad I did. Because it taught me, okay, in this pocket, I'm not supposed to do it. Now I know going forward, let's just say it's a life or death situation because I don't give a fuck about the money. Like, it gotta be life or death to me. So let's just say it's a situation where I'm reacting a certain way or I'm moving a certain way and it caused me to lose one of my children. I'm glad I was able to do it when money was on the line. And now I know how to adjust when it's somebody's life on the line. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But if I didn't and I ain't had an experience in this life or death and I fucked that money up, what we gonna get? I don't want to do that. So a lot of the times you feel like, I guess it feels like you saving the world by being in the shell. How? Do you feel like that?
No, I don't feel like I'm saving the world.
That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. It looked like you so scared to be Superman that you'd rather be Clark Kent. Because if you're Superman, then the world goes to shit. That's what it looked like when you're not being yourself. To me. Watching you. Just watching your charisma, your charm, your personality, your spirit, your laughter, your joy, even your analytical shit. Like when you pick things apart and then you give your perspective. Like, give it up. It helped people. But no, you tuck it in, you hold it. How you feel about people, you just don't want to be confrontational, so you don't say shit. Nah, you know what? Nah, you just nod your head and shit, like you're doing to me right now. People can't see this shit, but you nod your head when I'm talking. All right. Let that shit out. Express it. All of the different emotions that you go through and those, whatever those thoughts is that's going through your head, start spitting that shit out. All right. You know, we're going to have to go through podcast etiquette too.
What? I mean, I said you're right.
No, that's cool. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about, you know what I talked about to you before when we first started off potting. What did I say? You do a lot of what?
I didn't say. You know what I mean.
Yes, you did. You said it 4,000 times already. You know what? That's a bet. Next podcast, what we're gonna do? No, we ain't gonna start now. Next podcast, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a shot every time you say, "Yeah, I mean."
Okay.
Every time you say, you know what I mean, or you did it, we taking a shot.
Okay.
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
I didn't say you know what?
You did 1,000,000 fucking times already. All right, so did we touch on fear and doubt yet?
No.
All right, let's pack all of them together. Fear and doubt and understanding your purpose without understanding your purpose. Hold on, let me get a break. Hold on. All right, back to it. Little technical difficulties, folks. As we go through these episodes, we're gonna get a little bit better. You know, it's very challenging because we don't have the proper setup. We don't have the proper structure and format, and everything is raw. Like even when I'm uploading everything, I'm not editing anything. I just shoot it right up.
Okay.
On top of that, I think I gotta figure out how to fix the link because we got 2 different podcasts with the same name on the same platform on Spotify. Like our Stuff to Greatness S2G is on Spotify and S2G Stuff to Greatness is on Anchor FM or some shit like that. So it's wild. I gotta sort that out.
I'll check it out. Both.
All right, so touching on the fear and doubt and understanding your purpose without understanding it. Now, with the fear and the doubt thing, I kind of talked to you about this before. So with fear, my way that I tackle fear is by already seeing the outcome of whatever I'm fearful of happening. Let's just say I'm scared to break my leg. I look at it like this. I've done everything in my power to avoid breaking my leg. But God has already had it written for me to break my leg. So no matter how many ways that I try to avoid the inevitable, I'm doing all of these things. I'm not walking. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not doing anything. All of this is to prevent me from breaking my leg. And then I just go to the bathroom and I slip and my leg get broken. Because it's meant for my leg to get broken. Now, can I live with the results of whatever happened? Absolutely. It's a broken leg. It's going to heal eventually. Okay, cool. It's a broken leg. Some things in life people might look at and say, I can't recover from that.
Okay, but I mean, you're talking from the perspective of a person. You got your whole body. I'm talking about. I only got basically my waist and up. So my fear and doubt, it comes heavier to me because now I feel in my life right now one false move and I feel like it is over.
Because you don't have no legs?
Yeah.
A bullshit.
Yeah.
A bullshit.
Yeah,
make that make sense.
Not just because I don't have my legs. It's the heart attack, the stroke.
Thank you. I'm glad you did that. Because you gotta give
all that wind up together.
All right, so for I don't think we ever really touched on this. You had two heart attacks,
and
2 strokes, and like high blood pressure, high cholesterol. You have some physical ailments.
Yeah.
Despite you being paralyzed and an amputee.
Right.
So you got a lot of things that you deal with on a continuous basis.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, that's just more facts backing what I'm saying. If we start your life over, and God showed you that this was possible, that you would be in this condition with these ailments, with all of this shit going on, that would become a big ass fear to you, correct?
Yeah.
So, are you living with your worst fear?
No.
Put it like this. I mean, you physically, personally dealing with. I don't mean losing your mom or any of that shit. I'm talking about your personal, yourself.
All right.
Can it get any worse?
Yeah.
Tell me how.
Well, for one, I mean, infection that may go some as far as my upper body, my arms and stuff like that. I feel that maybe I could use my arms.
Okay, cool. All right.
Or being blind,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that.
Okay.
Or as y'all can see, I just had a stroke in July, so my speech ain't as clear. So now that's a fear of like I won't not be able to talk.
I wish y'all could see my face right now because that stroke shit, like all of it's real. Like he's absolutely had it, and it has affected his speech somewhat. But you always talk like this. What the fuck is you talking about? You've always had this stutter.
No.
When you get to expressing yourself,
people
you
out there.
did it.
People out there.
All right, cool. Let the people hear you.
Barry White Jr. Before this. Okay. Man, any ladies that out there that know me, they know the voice.
You was Barry White Jr.
What? The voice.
All right, so
I had to say, I had to do nothing. The voice, they're everything.
the voice did everything.
What?
All right, cool. That's cool. Listen, all I'm saying to you is, all right, even with that being the case, did you talk fluidly?
Yes. Yes.
You're not gonna keep it real.
I'm keeping. All right. I maybe a stutter because if I was talking too fast.
Did you hear what you just said?
Maybe a stutter if I was talking too fast.
You said you mean though.
All right, that was one.
All right. 16,000 of them.
Maybe a stutter if I was talking too fast.
Mm-hmm.
It might have happened. But as far as me talking clear, anybody that knows what I was saying, it came out, all the time. That's all I'm saying.
All right, I kind of really lost the fucking point that I was making.
Yeah, because the voice.
You so full of shit. That's what it is.
The voice.
You full of shit. All right.
I'm like Martin Luther King. Like when you hear me talk,
You're not shit like Martin.
when you hear me talk, you feel it. You feel it. You feel it. You feel it.
You're like Martin Lawrence. You told us Martin Luther King. Like how? All right, cool. No, let's get back into the fear factor.
Okay.
All right, so with killing fear, and you saying like you having now that you in the situation that you in is more fearful for you because any given moment or any given thing could take you off the board.
Yeah, and if I'm being honest, it all started when I got shot. It was that fear. Not so much of being shot again, but the feeling of the unknown. When we was in the car.
Mm-hmm.
That feeling of I'm turning around. That eerie feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know something about to happen.
Yeah.
That feeling. So after that, it's always been kind of with me.
Mm-hmm.
I said kind of with me.
You say you mean.
Man, I said
You gonna say?
kind of with me. A sound, a noise. It bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, so for the listening audience, a lot of them probably don't know this because we don't never touch on how you got paralyzed. So, in October of 2002,
yeah,
we were sitting in my parked car, waiting to make a run, and playing a video game. So while we was playing a video game, both of us kind of felt that eerie presence. Like something wasn't right, but it just felt normal. Like it felt like a normal day, but it felt off. Like it just felt, it was eerie. For me, it felt eerie because I came down to give you a game plan for some things to do. I came down to give you the game plan for some things to do, and you was with it. I wasn't sure if you was going to be able to like understand where I was coming from with everything. But you bought into the system. You understood everything that I was saying, and then we decided to sit in the car and talk. And wait for me to be able to make my run. So sitting in the car, you looking over your shoulder, I'm looking over my shoulder. We not even really paying attention to the video game that we playing. I don't know who was winning. I don't even know what team we was playing with. So we playing football though. I knew that much. So when we looking out the window, I'm looking out the window. I look out the mirror, and on one side, on your side, I saw somebody coming over, and I didn't know who it was, but I thought it was somebody that's from our corner. And then from the other side, I definitely didn't see them at all, and I just heard the shots going off. It sounded like I can't even put it into words how it sound. Like, you know, like if you see like movies like Training Day or something like that, I don't hear I hear the first initial shots. After that, I didn't hear nothing. Yeah. It just blinked out. Like I blacked out. Like I didn't hear nothing. I felt everything though. I knew where I was at. I could feel the glass shattering and everything like that. But I just didn't know what was going on. And then I felt like this feeling of like, I'm gonna die. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm too young to die. I'm getting ready to die? I didn't get to experience none of the shit in life that I wanted to experience.
And I mean, from my perspective, from my understanding, I didn't see nobody. Okay. So I mean, how you say yeah. I didn't see nobody. I just something inside me was like I kept turning around. When the shots went off, it felt like I was like slow motion. I could see the glass shattered and everything, but I'm still present. But now I don't know if I should lean back or lean forward or boom, 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 boom. And I wasn't so much thinking. Yeah. Like it was blank until we pulled off. Okay. I mean, like when we pulled off, when we pulled off and you leaned me forward, I knew I felt it entering my back. I never felt my hand. So when you leaned me forward, I felt that, and it was like a light switch. Same way when I had the recent stroke. I could my arm just went like spaghetti. Okay. Like just no like same way my leg. It was like one moment I could feel everything. Everything as far as like I can if I wanted my foot forward or my leg forward, I couldn't do it. And it was like a light switch, like everything's going off. Yeah. So when we pulled off, cause I went into like a trance. So, and I snapped out of it. When I snapped out of the trance and I realized we wasn't dead, I pull off. So when I pull off, I get halfway down the block. You made it real to me. Like it wasn't real because we still alive. They shot the car up. I don't know if I'm hit. I don't know if you hit. I don't know what the fuck going on. All I know is my car just got shot up. We driving down the street. We get in the middle of the block and you like, yo, I'm hit. And I'm like, no, you not hit. Let me see. That's when I leaned you forward and I looked on your back. And bro, it was no hole. There was nothing there. Your back looked perfect. I'm like, no, you cool. I pushed you back into the seat
And then I saw your hand. When I looked down at your hand, I seen that you had a bullet hole going through your hand. So I'm like, oh, you shot in your hand. You cool? You like, nah, bro. My chest swelling up. I can't feel my legs. I'm like, no, you in shock. Don't worry about it. And you was like, don't let me die.
Yeah.
The minute you said that, bro, everything, my brain just went into vapor. Like, I didn't hear shit else because I lost it. Because I'm thinking to myself, like, the fuck he mean don't let him die? Like, die? Where the fuck death come from? Like, nigga, you're not dying? It got real then because now it's like, I'm responsible for you living or dying at this point. Like, I can't let him die. I'm like, God, please. I'm start begging God, God, please do not let him die. God, please do not let him die. I gets to the end of the block. I spin out the block. And I got to, like, Wharton Street. When I got to Wharton Street, I black out again. I don't know where I'm at. Like, I don't even feel like I'm out of body again. Like, I'm like, where the fuck am I at? Then I snap back to, I spins down Wharton Street. I get to Broad Street. And I'm like, damn, where the fuck is the hospital? What's the closest hospital? And then that's when I drove towards Graduate and shit. And then we went through the little bullshit with the cops. Like, the first cop I pulled over and tried to get help from, the motherfucker didn't even help me. He was like, just go ahead, go straight down Broad Street. You're going to run right into the hospital. I'm like, there's no fucking hospital on Broad Street. I get down to another cop on Broad and Carpenter by the McDonald's. I pull in front of her. She ignored me and act like I wasn't there. By the time we get to Broad and Lombard, and I realized, oh, Graduate right here. When I spent on Lombard, that's when I seen another car, like a paddy wagon or some shit, come like it was trying to pull me over. Like, motherfucker, I'm not pulling over. You see, every fucking window on my car is shot out. There's fucking a million holes in the back of my car. You can see that this car just got shot the fuck up. We get to Graduate, he spin out, and that's when they take me into the ER part, and then they was bringing you in saying that they couldn't bring you in because they didn't have a trauma unit first. And then the second part was they couldn't bring you in because they needed my authorization to cut you out the car. But by that time, you already passed out. So you didn't even know what the fuck was going on. You didn't know you went to the Graduate, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you knew you was at Graduate?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had you in the car and then they cut you out.
Yeah, I would, but I mean, to get back, like, the fear and the doubt. The doubt was when we pulled off. I remember looking up at the moon, and my first thought was, I mean, oh, you got shot. You're not gonna survive. Like, I'm like, you know how everybody. I mean, but I didn't. I mean, I just seen people that we know.
Yeah.
Get shot, boom. You know what I mean, and they cool, but I'm thinking, like, it's not gonna be you.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm looking at the sky, man, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to die. The fear aspect of it, when we pulled up at Grassroot, and I couldn't, like, same way how, like, I couldn't, my voice couldn't get so loud.
Mm-hmm.
You out the car, you are arguing and shit like that. I'm like, but I'm trying to tell you and the nurse and shit, like, just give me out, please, give me out. Yeah. That was the fear, because when they got me out of the car, I remember going inside the doors, and then
it was over.
I blacked out. Like, so in my head, I'm thinking, like, oh, this is my last time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna close my eyes, and like, honestly, it was a peaceful. Like, it felt like I was going to sleep. Like,
okay.
How, like, if I get drunk or something, it wasn't no pain, wasn't none of it. Like, I'm gonna close my eyes. I can't keep moving. I'm open, and I just seen darkness. That was it. But every since then, it's a little. It got better as the year went on, but it's still that piece of me that feel like if I go overboard, something's gonna happen again, or some. You know what I mean? And not so much of me being shot again, but if I do too much or I feel like that now. Not the years I was when I had my legs, but now it's like I feel like me being not having my legs. I feel like if I do too much, like that's a flow of driving.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do it. I want to do it. For one, I want to do it because I should have been done it.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I want to experience the freedom
Mm-hmm.
of saying. I mean, I can go somewhere and just clear my head or just I mean like I want to feel that.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other side of it is like when we in the car together, like I watch you drive it, hell of a drive, like, and the side of me like I want to do that, like how the fuck how he keep control, like you know, boom, boom, in and out, and then like, but then I'm fearful of that shit too. Like, what if I one turn, or I mean, and then how like my eyes is right now, like I don't see how like, how you see. Like I see. I mean, I see as far as in front of you, but I don't see how you see
The peripheral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that part, like, and that's a doubt and a fear. But I want to overcome it. I want to overcome it because I want to do it, and also I want to say that I beat that shit. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
like all my brothers drive. I mean, like it's the same way how
Childhood.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you gonna beat it. Let's start there. The beautiful thing about it is you own a Tesla, so you ain't gotta really worry about your peripheral. The minute so all right. So now since your learner's permit is expired, we just gotta renew that. We'll deal with that tomorrow once we go to the doctor. What time is it? Damn, I should have went and got that shit today. Cause if I would have got it today, she could have filled out the physical part for it, so you can go ahead and test for the new permit.
Who am I talking about?
No, the other doctors. We gotta go to we remember before we go to speech therapy tomorrow. We gotta go to. No, matter of fact, we good because we don't go to them until Thursday. We go to PT tomorrow, physical therapy.
Okay.
So Thursday is when we go to October 8th, whenever the fuck that is. That's when we go to. So I'm gonna go grab that tomorrow when we leave. Speech therapy. That's when we go to PennDOT to go grab the drink so that you can fill out for a new learner's permit.
We discuss that.
All right, that's cool. It's the podcast. Fuck them. Yeah, I get like that. Unpack the net. You got a Tesla. You learning how to operate the vehicle. You'll see when I use the turn signals and shit. Your peripheral is there. It's cameras for you. That's why I was so adamant on you getting a Tesla, because everything is almost to the point where it's automated. It makes it damn near you're not driving the car. You got autopilot on there. You have all of the things for your peripheral. You have everything for your backup, and you have front cameras. And these cameras you can be able to visually see at all times. It's not a situation where it's like it's only on different aspects. You can turn your camera on the minute you get in the car, and it's going to show you every last aspect of your vehicle so that you can see what's coming and going. just going through the motions of being in the car with me, you'll be able to see like, oh shit, this is how and this is why he made this turn or he jumped in this lane or he did this or that. You'll be able to start picking it apart more by being physically out doing it. That's why I'll be so adamant on getting you out the house, getting you in your car, like it's your car. You have to know how to operate your car. You have to know how to be able to do all of these things that you want to do for yourself.
All right.
You don't need nobody else. You don't need me. It's a blessing that I'm able to be here for you, but you don't need me. And that's what I feel like a lot of times your passiveness gets looked at as if it's like you are a patient. Like, nobody can't tell me that you a fucking patient. You ain't no fucking... I never did shit for you. And we argue about that all the time. I tell you that all the time. I ain't doing shit for you. I'm not doing shit for you. I don't look at it like that. There's no way in the world you can make me look at it. I'm just helping you help yourself.
All right.
So, when you get to the point where you're fully aware of fuck this, fuck the fear, fuck the doubt, all of that shit is there. If your fucking ass get in that car and you go drive and you get on the highway and you get into an accident and it blow up and you die free. You ain't die 80 years old in a one fucking bedroom with no life. You just bought all of that time for nothing. At least you got out of this motherfucker like Blizzard did because you wanted the juice. I'd rather go out like Blizzard, my nigga. I don't want to go out feeling like I left something on the table. Like when Kobe died, I never felt hurt. I didn't feel regret. I didn't feel like I missed something. He left that shit out there. And even when he transitioned from basketball, he gave us everything that we needed to be able to see that he had for the next journey of his life. He showed it with his daughter. He showed it with his investments. He showed it with his personality when he started doing the mute shit. And when he started doing all of the different commentating and different things that he started to do, he started to show the range of who Kobe was. Because at the end of the day, when you first started off, like let's just say for a 82 baby or anybody that was born between 80s and early 90s, all they knew was Allen Iverson. Because of all of the different aspects that made him who he was to us. He hood, the tattoos, the way he dressed, the way he carried himself, how all of the women loved him, how he was just a great personality. Kobe was the exact opposite. Kobe grew up in Lower Marion. We know that to be a suburb. Kobe didn't have no outgoing personality. None of his teammates didn't even fuck with him for real. Like he was a Lone Ranger. But he was a dominating motherfucker. Everybody respected him. Everybody looked at him as a basketball savant. Yeah. You loved him all the way around the board. You saw something in that motherfucker from Jump Street that nobody else really saw. So with him being able to give you a whole plethora in that short time frame, he lived an entire complete full life. Even getting in the helicopter and going to he's just going to take his daughter to basketball practice or a basketball game and he died. Doing what he's allowed to do. Well, who he loved the most? You can't. That's a beautiful death. We died 20 years old in that fucking car. It's a horrible fucking death because we ain't got no story. You die at 80 years old in the fucking bed. It's a horrible fucking death because what's your story? You die at 43 years old in a car crash. What's your story? A man that never gave up, no matter what the obstacle is, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what, he didn't let nothing prevent him from being able to accomplish what it was that he desired to accomplish. Die like that. Die like that. That's why fear don't mean shit. Because whatever the fuck is going to happen is meant to happen how it's going to happen. Fuck that part. Live in between the lines. Whatever the fuck you got to do in order for you to be able to live, do that. But sitting still and saying I'm going to play it safe and I ain't going... Man, I'm not doing that shit. Ever in life. I don't know what the fuck that feel like. Okay. I've been on the edge since I was born. Yeah, I'm going to keep being that way. I want you to start living that way, though. Like, I really want you to be able to start saying to yourself, fuck fear. Because it don't mean shit. Fuck doubt. And fuck what anybody got to say about you and what anybody got to think about you. Fuck them. Because it's fuck they self. To them. If they spending time worrying about who the fuck you are, what you doing with yourself then, beloved? Yeah. Why are you worried about me? Because I ain't the fuck worried about you. I got my goals. I got my ambitions. I got my desires. I got the people in my life that I want to help. I got the people in my life that I want to love. I got the people in my life that I want to experience a better life than I had. Why the fuck do I care what you think about me? It's not important. You see what I'm saying? So when you start to unpack that shit, A lot of the fear, a lot of the doubt, a lot of the it comes from a lot of motherfuckers that has no real significance or no real importance in your life. The people that's important to you, the people that you love the most, the people that you want to impact the most, all they got is you. All they have is you. Even down to Boomer. Like, just think about it. All they got is you. I'm his father. And I'm telling you that. Because when it's all stripped down, he can't run to his mother. He can't run to me. Because I'm going to chop him the fuck up. No, you cannot operate this way if you want to be what you telling me you want to be. Yeah, he going to tell me that because I'm his dad. Dad, I want to do this. You just telling me that because I'm your dad. But when he go to his godfather, he telling you the truth. I'm this fucked up. This is what I got going on. This is what I did wrong. This is why I'm doing the wrong shit. I don't see this and I don't see that. He's spilling it all to you. That's all he got. Who else he going to confide like that into? He can't even go to the mirror and say that shit to himself. Because when he look in the mirror, he's looking back at everything that he's trying to project to the world. He can't tell himself the truth in the mirror. He ain't going to do nothing but break down and cry. But with you, he could bear it all. And that's what I tell you. That's a strong gift that you have. You have a keen sense of being able to, a person being able to come to you, confide in you, and lay it all on you without you making them feel judged behind it afterwards. They can leave right out of there feeling like they got a clean slate. Thank you. I needed to come talk to you. How many motherfuckers came in here and talked to your fucking ass and just bared it all? Every last one of my children did it. Every last one down to the baby. His little 3-year-old come in, man, uncle. Am I lying?
No.
Yeah. That's a gift, bro. But what you're not realizing with that gift and with that talent and with that is your greatness. You're not seeing it. You keep seeing like you don't have something that you got everything that you need, bro. You don't need nothing more than what you have. You have everything that you need. You don't need your fucking legs. If you needed them, you'll have them. You don't need them. If you needed them, you would have them. But God made you special in a special kind of way to be able to show his proof to everyone else. Look at what he has been able to accomplish with less than you. Because when we talk about everybody, you talked about your brothers and stuff of that nature. When you look at the board, look at what you're able to accomplish with less than them. When you go through trials and tribulations and hard times, who do you call?
You.
Yeah, do you call them?
No.
When all of them go through trials and tribulations, who they call? Don't shake your head, they can't hear that.
Oh, no. Yeah, man.
You the first line of defense for everybody in your bloodline. The first line of defense. In mine. My kids is calling you.
Yeah.
They bypass me. We could be sitting here together. No, bro, because this shit real. We could be sitting here together. I have watched Jesus do this 3 or 4 times. We'd be sitting here. He'll look at me in my face. Won't say shit to me. Uncle, you think I could get $10 for an Orby gun? Like, bro, what the fuck? I'm not sitting right here. Yeah. No, you it. We know, like, when we got a problem, we're going to fuck the uncle because we know what the fuck your crazy ass going to say to us. I know what the fuck he going to say. He going to empathize with me. He going to sympathize with me. He did.
You said that, you did that shit yesterday.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He came in here. He came in with the praying hands.
Yeah.
Can I please file on your car? I'm like, your dad got the car. You gotta ask him. He's like, all right.
Yeah, he knew what it was, and he can't ask me like that. Can I please get $5 so that I can get something? I said, listen, only way that you gonna get it is if you earn it. Did you do what you were supposed to do in school? Like, and school ain't important to me. I don't give a fuck about school. But it's important that I know that you know what the fuck you supposed to be doing. Right. If you know it, you got the knowledge, I don't give a fuck what the grades look like. Just let me know that you know it. I don't give a fuck about this system. I don't care about it. But you being, like, oblivious to what's going on? Oh, no, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. So, yeah, with me, you got to earn that. With you, it's just like you got the empathy. I don't have it. What they call it, a sociopath or a psychopath or one of them? All right, whatever the fuck that is, give me the title. Because I'm retarded. I don't got none of that in me. You can't come to me and cop a play. I don't care. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to... You? No, it's all love. Youngster, don't worry about it. My nigga, he took $1,000 from you. It's just money. It ain't money. It's the principle. Nah, fuck it, bro. Leave it alone. The fuck you mean leave it alone? And then habitually do it, and you still have the same fucking attitude. Nah, don't worry about it. Damn, I can't check the situation because it's your situation. Right. You telling me leave it alone? I gotta leave it alone. Yeah. So going forward in your life, I would love for you to be able to show the world multifaceted you that you show me. Because for some strange reason, whatever fucking clip you got for everybody else, you ain't got that for me. What the governor have for me? Where's the compassion? No. Yeah, where's the sweet, kind-hearted person when it come to me? You call me on every last ounce of my bullshit. All the time. And motherfuckers that might not see it. Like, when I go through different things.
Name's Wilson.
But here's the rub. I'm not going to say too much because we're on the podcast. When I go through different things in my life.
Right.
And other people, say no names, say no situations.
Right.
Be like, oh, need to check you about whatever the fuck going on because nobody can check you.
Yeah.
You think he don't? I'm going to let you think that. Because you fucking retarded. Because in your mind, you're looking at him as this being that he's not. And I'm going to let you keep on blinding yourself to that. Because what the fuck is wrong with you? What would make you think that our relationship would be as strong as it is if all it was me being able to dominate how he... I don't got no fucking domination over him. This nigga challenge me every day. Every day. With no legs. The fuck are we talking about? You retarded? Bro, to me that shit is just... It's the craziest shit in the world. But the rest of the world look at me like I'm your pusher. I'm your wheelchair pusher. People on my side might look at it like I'm the dominating force or I'm the dominant one. When we go in society, you know what society see? You was a superstar drug kingpin, and I'm your flunky. I'm your pusher. Yeah, that's your fucking mind. That's what they think. Nah. All right, cool. How you don't think that? Nah. I can't wait to hear this. Elaborate, please. That's me getting more liquor, y'all.
The only thing is because I'm in the chair.
And you don't talk. You like St. Louis or fucking Players Club.
Exactly. Exactly.
You don't say shit. So motherfucker be like, oh shit, this nigga was the most violent criminal in Philadelphia history. And look at this flunky. Look at him pushing him and shit. Whole time we freaking frack. You don't even dig it. Alright, so I feel like we went a lot of different places.
Yeah.
I like going different places.
It got better.
Yeah. I feel like we get better every pod. What we do gotta work on though, we gotta work on the background noises. We gotta get some motherfucking podcast equipment. Alright, we gotta do that. We gotta get podcast, we gotta get microphones, we gotta get noise canceling shit. We gotta get a fucking whiteboard where we can be able to stick on topping and shit. Like, this shit raw. I love it being this way. Mm-hmm. But we gotta be more organized and more detailed. Because what's gonna draw the people in?
You right.
You ain't say shit though. Don't say I'm right. Like, what's gonna draw the people in? See, that's how I gotta pull his shit out of him, yo.
I was being raw.
I don't think so though. I feel like it's gonna be descriptive storytelling. You don't think so?
Nah. It's for me out there like that. Sometimes I just want.
You're right.
I just want to hear people
be themselves. Yeah. That you right. Yeah, all that structure shit. Yeah, it kind of go out the window when you want to just be able to feel and vibe with a motherfucker. Like you want to feel like y'all just drinking buddies. Yeah, mm-hmm. You're right. That make perfect sense. So we're gonna wrap this episode up. I don't know what the fuck episode this is.
It's episode 2.
It's supposed to be episode 2, but we really got like 45 episodes already done.
Okay, well, man, it's episode 2 on the new network.
Got you. All right, so we gonna sign out. We never got accomplished what we was trying to get accomplished. That's why we got the next episode coming. Mm-hmm. I want y'all to be cool. How y'all be cool?
Water.